Yo, 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 what's up, my friends? So, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can make 600, 900, and $1,400 commissions over and over again with a done for you digital business in a box. Okay. So, if you're new here, my name is Dan. I'm from Michigan. I'm a former Marine, I'm a former monk, and now I help everyday men and women make seven figures online without having to work a job. Okay. So, I'm going to break down how this business works. If you have any questions, just drop it in the comments. So, I discovered this business because, my company cut my pay in half and I was sick and tired of being overworked and underpaid. You know, I was sick and tired of jobs because, at least for me, job means like overworked and underpaid. That's just been my experience with jobs, and jobs weren't giving me the kind of life that I wanted to live, which is a life of freedom. That's why I started my online business because my company cut my pay in half. So I had a choice. I can get another job or I could start an online business. And I chose to start an online business instead because when you have an online business, you actually have hope. Okay, you have hope for freedom. You have hope to become wealthy. At a job, for at least my job, like there's no hope for freedom at my job. It was never going to happen. I would never get freedom at my job. So like you have to just ask yourself, do you want to die broke or do you want to learn how to make money in your sleep? Like do you want to work until the day you die? Because Warren Buffett, he's a great investor. He says either you figure out, how to make money while you're sleeping or you have to work until the day you die. Most people are going to work until the day they die. Most people are going to die working. Like my father, rest in peace, he died working. He never even got to enjoy retirement, right? So a lot of people they're going to work until the day they die. So you have to choose. Do you want that? Do you want that life? Do you want to be working overworked, underpaid, exhausted, burnt out your whole life? Or do you want more? You want more time? You want more income? I mean, it's your choice. Like it's your decision, guys. Like we all have 24 hours in a day. So everyone has decisions to make. You're choosing to start a business or not start a business. You're choosing to learn, how to create wealth or not how to create wealth. Either way, you're making a choice. So with this business, this is like an all-in-one business in a box, my friends. So you can make 600, 900, and $1,400 commissions over and over again, right? Now, let's say you want to have a goal. Like what's your strategy for making six figures in 2026? Do you even have a strategy to make six figures in 2026? Well, I can give you a strategy right now. Super simple. Find me an easier strategy than this. I don't think you can. Okay, so step number 1, you need an offer, right? Okay, like if you want to make money online, you got to sell something. That's how it works, guys. Pretty much every side hustle out there deals with like sales, right? We got affiliate marketing, we got multi-level marketing, we got e-commerce, we got drop shipping. Okay, they all deal with sales. So like if you're gonna like all the side hustles, the ones where you can potentially make six or seven figures with, they deal with sales and marketing. Okay. Now, if you're talking about like little crappy side hustles where you're doing some surveys and making like $5 here and there, like, okay, who the hell wants to do that? I don't want to do that. That's like you're exchanging even more time for money. I only want to do a side hustle that gives me the potential to make seven figures. Otherwise, it's like a waste of time for me. So with this business, you could possibly make seven figures over time. See, that's the problem with some people. Like they jump online and they think like, they see some kind of opportunity and then they just like assume, oh yeah, this means I'm going to get rich quick and I don't have to do anything and I'm going to get rich. It's just come on. Everything happens over time, my friends. So with this business, with any business, you need an offer, you need a system, and you need a strategy, right? Like if you're going to sell something, you need an offer. Okay. You need some kind of product, you need some kind of opportunity, you need some kind of service that you're going to promote. Okay. So that could be either a physical product or it could be a digital product. You can create your own products or you can sell other people's products. That's pretty much the choices that you have. Okay. So I'm showing you how you can sell other people's products and you get to keep 100% of the profit. And it's high ticket marketing. So you can earn $1,400 commissions. All you need is 72 sales and you've made 100K. So like you need a strategy for making six figures this year. Well, here's your strategy. You have an offer, it sells for 1,400. Okay, you have a system, right? So like this is how you make money in your sleep because you have a system. Okay, I have a system that's out there working for me 24/7, which allows me to make money while I'm sleeping or doing anything. Okay, so what happens is people go here, they go to your capture page. So you're building an email list. Okay, and then they watch one of the videos. Now the videos is doing the selling for you. And then they get emails from you. Like you're going to learn how to do email marketing. I've made like a few $1,400 sales so far, like 5 or 6 since we launched this business, like this, since we launched the new product recently, the past like 1 or 2 months. I don't even know. So I've made a few, but I've made sales on every level. See, because we have 5 different products. So you can earn 100, 300, 600, 900, and 1,400. So before we had this $1,400 product, we had the $900 product. Okay. That was our number one seller. And I got a lot of those sales. I don't even know the number. I don't even know the exact number, honestly, but it's a lot. Multiple 5 figures. How many sales have you made with the 1,400? So just go here, sevenfiguremonk.com. Go here, check it out. Check out this business, guys. If you don't have a business, well, here you go. You got a business. Okay. You want to go into 2026 with like something new. Like, do you want to do like the same year on repeat? Do you want 2026 to be like the same as 2025? No business, same skills. Okay. Same skills, same mindset. Like, do you really want to do that? Like, do you really want to be stuck in the same place a year from now, doing the same old stuff, guys? Like, I don't. I want to be in a much better place, like, with my mindset and my skill set. And I will be because I show up every day because I'm consistent. See, that's how you get better at anything. You got to show up every day. I show up every freaking day. You can watch. I show up every day. And I've been doing this for a year, showing up every day. Consistency. It's not about being perfect because nobody on the planet is perfect. Not one person on this planet is perfect. It's just being consistent. It's just showing up every day like you're serious about freedom, which 99% of people are not serious about freedom. They're just not because they don't do the work. They don't do the work. Like all the work you have to do with this business is post content, go live, post free ads, free strategies. That's it. It's not hard work, guys. Like posting 3 pieces of content a day. Okay. Like you can create little 7-second videos with words on the screen promoting your business. You can do little like 30-second video where you're just talking, sharing your story. Here's an example. Okay. Let's say you have a hook. Okay. The hook, the first 5 seconds of your video. Okay. Let me give you a hook. Okay. For this business, right? Do you want to work until the day you die? Or would you rather learn the skills to make money while you're sleeping so you can live a life of freedom? So that's the hook. Do you want to work until the day you die? Because many people will work until the day they die. You probably know somebody who's worked until the day they die. I do. So it happens. It's pretty common. So do you want to work until the day you die, or would you rather learn how to make money in your sleep? So that's my hook, right? And then I'll do a little introduction. Now, I don't do this every time, but I'm just giving you a little example. I'll say, if you're new here, my name is Dan. I'm from Michigan. I'm a former Marine. I'm a former monk. And now I help everyday men and women make 7 figures online. Okay. So that's my little introduction, right? I said, who am I? Where am I from? And I said like something about me, right? So like, what's your introduction? Like, my name is Dan. I'm from Michigan. I'm a former Marine. I'm a former monk. And now what? Now I help everyday men and women make 7 figures online. So now you know what I do. Now you know a little bit about me, because that's how you build relationships with people, by, sharing stuff about you, about yourself. Okay. Former Marine, former monk. Now I help everyday men and women make 7 figures online. What's up, Missouri? Missouri in the house. I've never been there. Never been to Missouri. There's 50 states, right? I've only been to like 10. I think there's 50. I think. Okay. So here's my piece of content, guys. Here's an example. Do you want to work until the day you die, or would you rather learn how to make money in your sleep? So that's my hook. That's to stop the scroll. And then, so if you're new here, I'll give a little intro. If you're new here, my name is Dan. I'm from Michigan. I'm a former Marine. I'm a former monk. And now I help everyday men and women make 7 figures online. Because that's what I do. That's what I do. So, and then I can say then I can just go into like sharing my story a little bit, right? Then I can go into my story a little bit. I can be like I started my online business because I was sick. I was sick and tired of being overworked and underpaid. The company that I was working for, they cut my pay in half. So I made a decision. Like, I was like, I can get another job, why would I want to do that? I don't want to get another job. I don't like jobs. So I can get another job, or I can start an online business and figure out how to make money online. Okay. So I chose to figure out how to make money online. And then I discovered this business, and now I'm learning how to make, 6 and 7 figures from my phone. So if you want to see what I'm doing, you know, to learn the skills to earn, $1,400 in a day, then just comment ready and I'll share the blueprint details with you. Or you want to learn what I'm doing, you know, to learn the skills to make seven figures online around my schedule, then comment ready. See, that's just an example of a piece of content, guys. Now, like, what would you say? Like, if you're doing this business, what would you say? Another piece of content is like you can just share, like, I can go inside of our community, right? I would go inside of the community. So we have a business that teaches people how to make 600, 900, $1,400 commissions, 2-hour workday. Okay, you earn 100% profit. The business is fully automated, so you can make money in your sleep. See, this is the stuff you just share with people, guys. That's called creating curiosity. But how are you gonna say that in a way that creates curiosity? It's not that hard though. Like who wouldn't want to learn how to make like $1,400 in a day? Like who wouldn't want to do that? Like pretty much anybody on the planet would. But here's another piece of content, right? So look, inside of our community, we have this community of 58,000 people now. Yesterday it was 57,000. Now we have 58,000. So you guys, this is proof that our business works because the only way people can join our community is by purchasing one of these programs. Okay. Just like I purchased one of the programs, and inside of the program, you get your own business too. So that's the only way people can join our community. And we got 58,000 people. See, like we have 58,000 people inside of this community, guys. So there's your proof, right? Sometimes people are like, show me proof, show me proof. Well, proof is 58,000 people join our community. You can only join our community by purchasing a program. So how do people find these programs? Because somebody like me is out there marketing the programs, guys. Like somebody like me is marketing these programs. That's how. That's the proof, guys, right there. But I can show you. I can just show you some real time proof too. Let me show you a real time sale that someone had. Right. Okay. So look, let's find one. Let's find a money win. See, people post whatever wins they want to post, right? But let's just find a money win just so I can give you a little example of a piece of content that anybody can create. Anybody can create a piece of content like this, guys. So show me the money. Show me the money. I'm looking for a number. I want to see a number on the screen. Let's see. Here's one. Okay. So $900 sale while having late Sunday lunch. Okay. So look, $900 sale, right? So how do I create a piece of content? Now, all I got to do is screenshot this, and then I go, and I'd be like, hey, shout out to Anna Leon. Okay. She made $900 today by following our blueprint, right? So if you want to learn what we're doing to make, $600, $900, and $1,400 days from our phone with a 2-hour workday, and you get to keep 100% profit, then just comment ready, and I'll share the blueprint details with you. See, that's like anybody can create a piece of content like that, but that's a testimonial, guys. So that's going to create curiosity because somebody's going to be like, whoa, this person made $900. How did they do that? Can you send me the information? I want to learn how they did that. That's called creating curiosity, guys. And that's basically what you want to do with your content. Okay. Because if you don't create curiosity, then why would anybody want to know more? Right. That's basically all you're doing. With a lot of the content is you're just creating curiosity. And it's not hard to create curiosity with this business because this is a business where you can make $600, $900, and $1,400 commissions. Guys, all you got to do is set up your business one time. You set it up one time and then it's working for you 24/7. You set it up one time, it's working for you 24/7. Then you just plug into our community and you're following a 2-hour workday. You're posting content on social media. Okay. I post content every day and I go live. That's what I do to build my business. Post content, go live. Now, there's 4 ways to build any business, guys. There's 4 ways. Like you can do paid advertising. They all work. Like any of these ways work. You can do paid advertising. You can do warm outreach. Warm outreach means you're reaching out to your friends and family. Okay. No, people don't like to do that because people don't want to bother their friends and family. There's cold outreach. That's when you're reaching out to strangers. Like you cold message people. It's not hard, but there's a lot of rejection there. So people don't want to do that. Then there's free strategies, right? That's when you just post content on social media because there's 5 billion people on social media, guys. Now with our business, our top product sells for $1,400. There's 5 billion people on social media. All you need is 72 customers and you've made 100K. 72 customers, guys. Now, if you're doing low ticket, you're going to need a lot more customers. Okay. Like if you're doing a low ticket item for like $10, right? You're going to need 100 customers just to make $1,000. Okay. And I've done low ticket marketing and I was doing the same thing. I was posting content, I was going live. I tried running some paid ads and it wasn't working, right? I would get a couple sales, but a couple sales at $10, like what is that going to do for you? Nothing. See, the only way you're going to make money with low ticket marketing is by having a huge audience or paying for a lot of ads. Okay. That's the only way. But if you're doing high ticket marketing, you don't need a lot of sales. 72 sales and you've made 100K. 720 sales, you made $1 million. Now, some people might think like, oh, 720 sales, that's a lot. And then they won't even try because they think it's hard. And another person will be like, oh, 720 sales, that's nothing. Let's go. Let's do this. That's why it's mindset, my friends. That's why it's mindset. If you think it's going to be hard for you to get 72 sales, then it's going to be hard for you because that's what you think. It could be like consciously you think that or subconsciously. Like subconsciously, you might be like, no, that's way too hard. That's a lot. That's hard. And you're screwed. See, that's why people die broke, guys. Just because the way they think. They just don't believe in themselves. They just have a lack of faith, a lack of trust, a lack of belief. At the end of the day, when it comes down to everything, it's all about that. Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe that you can make 6 figures online this year, 2026? Like when you ask yourself that question, or when I ask you, what do you feel? Do you feel doubt? Do you feel confidence? Do you feel like, yeah, I can do that? I can make 6 figures, no problem. Or do you feel like, no, I don't think I can do that? And like maybe it's subconscious, guys. Maybe like it's subconscious. That's why you got to do a lot of, we got to do a lot of mindset work. I do a lot of mindset work myself. Self-employment rocks. Yeah, I mean, it's the best. Honestly, has anybody ever, been their own boss? Has anyone had an online business? Drop a 1 if you had, drop a 2 if you haven't. See, I've done both, guys. I've had a job and I've had an online business. And I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, at least in my experience, having your own business is so much better. It's so much more rewarding. It's so much more fun. Like my experience of working for other people sucked. I hated it. Like I hated it. Okay. I hated being bossed around. I was exhausted. I was burnt out. I was overworked. I was underpaid. Like, I hated everything about that. And I had no independence. You're not independent at a job. You're dependent on you're dependent on your employer. They can cut your pay. They can reduce your hours. They can fire you. They can tell you to shave. They can tell you whether you can use the bathroom or not. That's like, you're treated like a child, like a slave. But if you have your own business, you set your own hours. Okay. You have freedom. That's freedom, guys. And it's more fun, especially when you start making money, then it's even more fun. The more money you make, the more fun your business is. Now, if you're not making any money, yeah, it might suck. Right. And it happens. There's ups and downs, man. But that's part of life. You just got to keep on pushing through. Just don't quit. Even with a job, a side gig is wise. Yeah, I mean, of course. It just makes sense, guys. Like, see, this business is good for anybody. Like you have a job, okay? Maybe you want to get out of your job, but you have no idea how you're going to get out of that job. Well, start a side business like this. Okay, now you have a way to get out of your job. There's hope, right? See, there was no hope at my job. There was no hope that I would ever get free at my job. There was hopeless. That's why I started my business, because my business gave me hope that I can get out of the job. Okay. So even if you have a job, you can do this on the side, supplement your income. Okay. Maybe you like your job. Like some people like their jobs. Like 80% don't, but maybe you're part of like the 20% of people that actually like their job. Okay. But still, you can do a side business on the side, and maybe you'll like the side business more than your job. How would you know if you don't try? How would you know which one you like better? Right? The side gig is a safety net. Yeah, more than a safety net. I mean, a side gig for me is like a way to create abundance, like total freedom. I don't want to just make some extra money. I want to make 7 figures. I want to make multiple 7 figures, with this business and everything that I learned from building this business. Like, I don't want it just to be like a safety net. I want to live the dream life, right? You got to give yourself freedom to dream big. Like, I want to live the dream life. I want to drive the fancy cars. I want to travel the world. I want to stay in the luxury places and buy all the nice things and just create amazing memories. Like I want that, right? I'm going to go for that. And either I get it or I don't. But at least I tried. And I've already lived some of that life, I've already lived that life to some degree. We all have, right? We've all been to some nice places probably. Semper Fi, my friend. Semper Fi. Yeah, I'm a former Marine and I'm a former monk too. So I'm different, guys. Like, you're not going to meet a lot of former Marines and former monks. Only like 0.04% of people on the planet become Marines. And then how many people become monks? Not very common. And how many people are Marines and monks? Not common at all. There's nothing about me that's common, right? I've lived a pretty crazy life, and it's not over. Now I'm in the bonus rounds now. See, I could die today, and I still lived a pretty freaking cool life. Even if I died today, still lived a cool life. Now I'm in the bonus rounds. I consider the rest of my life like a bonus round. I'm just adding to like the awesomeness that I already created for myself. See, we're all manifestors, man. You're manifesting your life, good or bad. You're manifesting things based on your thoughts and your actions, guys. Like we're manifesting things. I don't care what anybody says. We are cause and effect, right? Like if you want to get like I'm focusing on losing weight right now. If you want to lose weight and you want to be super fit and you want to look your best, well, you gotta exercise and you gotta reduce your calories. Cause effect. If you want to get wealthy, well, the best way to get wealthy is on social media. Like it's created the most millionaires. Social media has created the most millionaires, guys. So if you want to get wealthy, post content on social media. Post content now. Start doing it. And if you have a business like me, you can post content for your business. But you should be posting content. That's where the money's at. The money's not in consuming content, guys. You're not going to make money consuming. You make money by posting. So that's why we teach you. You post 3 pieces of content a day. This is how you make $600, $900, and $1,400 commissions. Right now, do you have a way to make $1,400 commissions with your side hustle or your job? Do you have a way to do that? I mean, I do. I've had $1,400 days. I've had $600 days. I've had $900 days, and it's just because I post content and go live. Sometimes it's better than others. It's not always great. It's just what it is. But I show up every single day. That's the thing. I'm always consistent. I'm always showing up because I'm serious about creating like my dream life. And I'm serious about helping other people get rich too. I want to get rich and I want to help other people get rich. It'd be very satisfying. Now, let's say I introduce somebody to this business and they go on to make 7 figures. And like their life completely changes and they're just like so happy and grateful. And I helped do that. That's so satisfying, man. That's more satisfying than selling somebody some, freaking junk food or whatever. Like people make money like killing people, People make money selling junk food and people make money like by promoting gambling, which I think is like nonsense. I mean, I don't think that's healthy. Like promoting gambling, drugs, alcohol. Yeah, people get rich doing that. But I think that's like I don't think that's ethical personally. So I wouldn't want to do that. Yeah, some people get rich, but they get rich in a sleazy way and they sell their soul. Some people get rich doing OnlyFans. They degrade their soul. They show their feet or whatever just to make money. What's that Christian phrase? Like, what's the point? Like, what's the point of gaining the world if you lose your soul? Like, let's say you do some sketchy, shady stuff and you get rich, but then, your next life you go to hell or whatever. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? So I don't think so. That's why you got to build a business with ethics. You got to build an ethical business. Most people aren't doing that. Look at America right now. Look at the price gouging going on. Like people marking up the prices like anything. Like, yeah, capitalism, okay. But is it ethical? I don't think so. I personally don't. Like I sell products that are like underpriced because like I sell like a digital business in a box. Now this digital business in a box, you get ongoing education like for the rest of your life. For as long as this business exists, hopefully it will exist forever. I don't know, but like you get ongoing education, and with this business, you have the potential to make 7 figures. So you're getting way more than what you pay for here, and you're not even paying anything if you understand how taxes work. Like if you're living in America and you start a business, you're not even paying anything. You're actually getting paid to have a business, guys, because everything is deductible. Like everything is deductible. Even your like your initial investment to start a business, That's also deductible. And then whatever you use for your business is also deductible. Even if you made no money with your business, like whatever you use for your business, like your internet, your phone, your computer, whatever, your clothes, it's all deductible. So like your business doesn't cost you anything. It makes you money, actually, if you understand how the taxes work. And if you don't, you just go to an accountant who does, and they do it for you. You save so much money, guys, just by having a business. People don't realize this. People don't even know. I wasn't aware. I wasn't aware that you saved money from having a business because I never knew. I never looked into it. It wasn't until I started a business that then I realized, oh man. So actually, guys, when some people ask me like, how much does it cost? I'm like, well, honestly, technically, it doesn't cost you anything. Like when you figure into the taxes, technically, it doesn't cost you anything. But like the initial investment, 100, 300, 600, 900, or 1400 one-time investment. And here's another thing. Like so many people are focused on the cost, but they're not focused on the value. That's the definition of poor, guys. Poor people, they always focus on the cost. You know how many times I get people ask me like, "What's how much does it cost? How much does it cost?" But they never look and they never think like what am I going to get? How much am I going to get? And how much can I make with this? Instead of thinking like how much is it going to cost me, you should be thinking how much am I going to make with this? Because if you're only focused on the cost, it's like you almost don't even believe that you're going to have any success because you're so focused on the cost. You're thinking, okay, yeah, this is going to cost me money, but I'm not thinking about how much money I'm going to make. So you're just you're just like so caught up in the cost, like you don't even believe that you're going to make any money. Because why would you be so caught up in the cost if you thought like you can make money? Like, I mean, like it's a weird thing. It's a weird mindset thing that people have. It's a weird thing. I don't really get it, but it's just human nature, I guess. I mean, I got to study psychology more, but it's like the brain wants you to, the brain wants you to stay safe. Like you're trying to keep yourself safe. People are trying to keep themselves safe, but they're actually not doing that because they're staying in jobs that they don't like. They're staying in jobs that are destroying their lives, stealing their time. But they think like, okay, well, I'm getting a steady paycheck at least, so I guess it's safe. But is it? Mm, that's debatable. I mean, that's debatable, right? So like safe is building multiple streams of income for yourself. That's what's safe, guys. Like depending on one stream of income, that's not safe. Like having multiple streams of income coming in, like I know people that are making six figures a month in recurring income. Okay, just because they're doing the work, they're making six figures a month in recurring income, guys. Right? Jeff Bezos makes like $150 million a day. Okay. Now, if he would have played it safe and not started Amazon, which would have been the safe thing to do, he never would have made $150 million a day, right? Like, is starting a business taking a risk? Yeah, you're risking because you don't know how much money you're going to make. But not starting a business is also a risk because you're risking your future. You're like the potential risk of not starting a business is you're going to be working until the day you die. You're going to die broke and you're going to die unfulfilled. So like choose your risk. Either way, you're risking. There's no safe place in this world. This world is not a safe place. Sorry to say, but have you looked around? Do people die in this world? Do people die? Oh yeah, I guess they do. So I guess it's not a safe place. This world is not a safe place, guys. How could you say this world's a safe place when people die every day? It's one of the craziest things, right? Like although people die every day, we somehow don't think it's going to happen to us. We don't think like we just think like somehow we're going to live forever. It's crazy. Doesn't make sense. It's wild. But that's just how the brain, man. The brain's just trying to keep you safe when there's no safety. The safety when it comes to making money, guys, is building multiple streams of income. So if you really want to be safe, start learning how to build multiple streams of income. If you really want to be safe, go here, sevenfiguremonk.com. Check it out, guys. Sevenfiguremonk.com. All right, I'm going to go, guys. So have a great day and yeah, God bless. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Peace and love.